So you are once again welcome to accountancy class grade 12. The previous video we discussed about the format of profit and loss appropriation account, isn't it? So in this profit and loss appropriation account, you want to show debit side interest on capital, correct? Then similarly credit side interest on drawings. So now this video specifically we are going to discuss about calculation for interest on capital. So why we require interest on capital? So what is the reason, justification for calculating interest on capital to the partners? Okay. So that's what I'm going to discuss this video. So let me start the reason before. So interest on capital. So why we are going to calculate interest on capital given to the partner? It is allowed to compensate. Okay, this is very important. Compensate a partner for contributing capital to the firm in excess of the profit sharing ratio. That means what? Usually every partner should get profit according to the ratio mentioned in partnership deed. So apart from the profit, some partners will get interest on capital to compensate. Understood? That's what. So whatever the capital contributed by each partner, they will also get interest. Okay. So that's what, even though they will get profit according to the sharing ratio, agreed ratio, then they will get interest on capital also. Okay, that is the expenses for the firm. So you know very well, interest on partners' capital is expenses for the firm. Okay, that is what the first information. The second one, so how we are going to calculate interest on capital? Mostly, interest on capital is calculated on the opening balance of partners' capital. So every year, 1st April, so what is their balance? Based upon that, they will get interest on that particular year during the accounting period. Okay, so always interest on capital calculated based upon partners' opening balance. Okay, that is very, very important. Then, suppose any additional capital during the business, during the accounting year, requirement of the business. Suppose some partner, they will give additional capital. It's introduced during the year. Okay. So how we are going to calculate interest is allowed for that particular additional capital? Very simple. You want to know from the date of additional capital introduced. For example, so this is the year this is the accounting year, maybe we can say 1st April 2019 to 31/3/2020. This is the accounting year. Okay. So in the meantime, they will introduce, for example, 1st October 2019, some amount, some 4 lakhs. Okay. So they will calculate from the date of introduction. That's what, from the date till the end of the accounting year. So naturally, you know the end of the accounting year, this is the end of the accounting year. Okay. So how many period? So October, November, December, then January, February, March. So they will get for 6 months for the particular additional capital 4 lakhs. Okay. So whatever the rate depends. Maximum we can say 6% per annum. If partnership deed is silent. Otherwise, so whatever the partnership deed they mentioned interest on capital are going to calculate. You understood? That's what here. First thing, how we are going to calculate interest on capital mostly on opening balance of the partner's capital. Even during the accounting year, any capital introduced by the partner, any additional capital introduced by the partner, how the interest on capital is allowed. Very simple. From the date of the introduction till the accounting year, end of the accounting year. You understood? So accordingly, you are going to calculate whenever for additional capital. So 2 things you have to keep in your mind. Always based upon opening balance of the partner's capital, then during the year in additional capital. The date is very, very important. So when they introduce it till the end of the accounting year, that period only, the firm has to pay interest. Okay, that is very natural. Okay. Then, if capital is withdrawn by partner, suppose during the business, some partner withdraw the money. So suppose whatever the contribution by the partner, sometime they can withdraw for the personal use, whatever any emergency for the individual need. Okay. So any drawings withdrawn by the partner. Suppose during the year any capital is withdrawn by a partner. So during the year, how the interest is calculated? So naturally that part is not allowed on the amount of capital is withdrawn. So here I will explain one example. For example, say X is a partner. Okay, he is a partner. Partner of, okay, Ram and Co. Okay. So opening balance may be 1st April 2019. Okay. 1st April 2019, we can say 5 lakhs. So during the year, capital withdrawn. So withdrawn 1st January 2020. Say sum 1 lakhs. Okay. This is the situation. So listen carefully. So as a partner of Ram & Co, his opening balance is 1st April 2019, 5 lakhs. So during the year, 1st January 2020, he withdrawn the capital. So withdrawn the capital. Withdrawn the capital. So this is nothing but what we can say, drawings. Okay, drawings. So how we are going to calculate interest on capital? So very simple. So as on this 5 lakhs, we will calculate up to how many months? Till this period. Okay. So the 5 lakhs is lying on the business till that period. How much? Only 9 months, isn't it? April to December. Okay. So I am going to calculate only. Maybe we will say interest on capital 10%. How many months I am going to calculate? 9 by 12. I can make it. So what are the percentage? Here the number of months I am going to calculate 9 by 12. Okay. Then we withdraw the capital 1 lakh. So remaining right now how much? So remaining 4 lakhs only there from this date at 1st January 2020 to 31st March 2020. Okay, I am going to calculate again 10 by 100 rate of interest. So only 3 by 12. You understood? That's what how we are going to calculate the capital. So as on 5 lakhs up to the before December, may withdrawn, this is the date. So this will be ending on 31/12/2019. Okay, that's why 9 months. Okay. So thereafter withdrawn 1 lakh. So now the capital I will be only 4 lakh. So balance 4 lakhs we are going to calculate for 3 months. Now likewise you want to bifurcate. Understood? 5 lakhs, that can become 4 lakhs. You can't calculate entire 5 lakhs up to 12 months. You understood? So this is the logic. Whenever for capital is withdrawn by a partner during the year, interest is not allowed. That's what? Not allowed on the amount of capital. So this 1 lakh is not calculated. So not allowed for interest. Okay, not allowed. That's what I'm trying to say. Understood? That's what the basic information. Repeat once again. So interest on capital always opening balance of the partner's capital. So any additional capital. So till the reduction of the debt, till the accounting year, only that portion only are going to calculate. Then third thing, any withdrawal during the year should be very careful. The particular withdrawal amount not allowed on the amount of capital or interest on capital calculation. Okay, that's what our basic information. Now we're going to see next one, the reason and the justification for why we are going to calculate interest on capital. So now let's see what are the justification according to the information available. Okay. So now we are going to see why the firm charging or lowering interest on capital. We want to know the reason or justification, isn't it? So then only you can able to understand very clearly why the charging of interest on capital necessary. Okay, so that's what the reason or justification for allowing interest on capital. So now we are going to discuss three three justification. Okay. First one, it's very simple. See, when capital of partners are different. For example, A, B, C. Okay, he will contribute 5 lakhs. He will contribute 3 lakhs. Okay, C will contribute 2 lakhs. So they are the partners. Okay. So likewise, the partners can contribute different amount of capital contribution in the fund. That is the situation. But profit sharing ratio is equal. Understood? So ratio may be equal. So all 1:1. So equal. Equal means whatever profit divided by all three equal. But capital contribution is different. So definitely what will happen? A partner will worry, I am investing more capital, but what is the use for the firm? So what the firm will compensate to me? So for that, the charging of, allowing of interest on capital will encourageable for this situation. So it depends upon the capital contribution. Even though the profit sharing ratio is equal, but capital contribution is different. So in this situation, definitely the interest on capital will compensate the partners to encourage the business for making more investment. Okay. So if the partner invests more capital as compared to other partners. Okay. So naturally profit sharing ratio is equal. That is the situation. So interest paid on capital, that we are going to compensate for more investment. So more capital, more interest on capital. Okay, this is capital. So according to the investment, they will get interest. So that's what they will compensate because of ratio is equal. Profit ratio, the profit shared by all the partners is equal. So we will encourage some partners contribute the capital more than other partner. So in this situation, interest on capital will compensate for the particular partner who invest more capital, even though they receive profits equally among the partners. Okay, that is the situation. So in case interest on capital is not paid, so what will happen? So share in the profit of the partners investing more capital will be what? So more capital, so equal to the share of profit, equal to the share of profit of a partners investing less capital. That means what? A partner, suppose there is no interest on capital, what will happen? So for example, partner capital contributed more, but sharing of profit will be less. But here, equal to the share of profit of partners investing less capital. So his capital is very less. Here capital, so profit. Okay. So here also profit will be, maybe we will say some, I will make the example 50,000. So he also getting 50,000. So that means what will happen? The person who invest less capital also getting same profit. The person who invest more profit, the same case example. Okay. So here he will also get profit maybe 50,000. So he will also get 50,000. So he will also get 50,000 profit. So what is the logic behind for this? Okay, he will upset. So what is the reason? I am the person investing more capital. So what will benefit for this firm? For that, yeah, interest on capital compensates for in this situation whenever some partners, there different type of capital, different investment, more investment, but sharing ratio. So that's why the reason for allowing interest on capital. You understood the first very situation, very important situation. So coming for the second situation. So when capital of partners are not same situation, same example, not same. So ratio also, our profit ratio also not same. Okay. For example, I will explain it here. Same capital, ABC, 5 lakh, 3 lakh, 2 lakh. Okay, but ratio may be 3:3:4. 3 partners. A, B, C. Here, what will happen? C will get more, maybe. Some idea I am telling you. But remaining 3, even A and B, they are getting even 3 contribution. So not equal, not different. Maybe I will make it Better simplification, for easy understanding, I will make it not equal. The profit naturally what? The ratio. So 4 is to 3 is to what? 4 is to 3 is to maybe 4 plus 3 7. I will make it 3 is to 2 is to 1. That is the better. Okay. So 3 is to 2 is to 1. This is the profit sharing ratio. So the profit capital also not same, and profit agreed divided by all the partners. Sharing of profit is also not same in this situation. So the what will happen? See, as a partner A, capital is what? More capital. Okay. So, but he will get what? Maybe the less profit. So B as a partner, so capital also less capital. So naturally profit will be less. C less capital, so profit will be less. So here the A, what will happen? Even though more investment, more capital, so he is losing the share. So sharing is not equal. Understood? So that's in this situation. Second one, when capital of the partners are not same and profit sharing ratios are not same. So in this situation, as a justification, we are going to have interest on capital to compensate all the partners. However, here also we are encouraging the person to invest more capital. So naturally, you will get interest on capital. So now coming for the third situation. So as capital increases, the earning capacity of the firm. Right? That is very, very important. So without capital, there is no business. So whenever you want to start the business, the capital is the major role. First of all, you want money, correct, to run the business in the form of capital. You know very well. So that's why whenever capital increases, our firm capacity will automatically increase. So more capital will get more profit. Okay. So capital is the most important component of the business, isn't it? The first important component. Without capital, we can't run the business. Okay. Even though even want to buy any raw material purchase, the capital is the very important contribution. Okay. That's why the capital helps in efficient conduct of the business activities. Therefore, earning more profit. Okay. So for that, you want to allow what? Interest on capital. So you require more capital. How you will get more capital? So you will encourage the partners to contribute more capital. Whenever more capital contributed, automatically our business become expansion. So become efficient. Our earning capacity as firm will increase. Automatically, you will get more profit. Once you get more profit, company earns very good firm and they will improve the business naturally. Even we met other partners also to join the business. Okay, that's what earning capacity of the firm. Our profit will be more according to the increase of the capital. Okay, that's why we are going to allow the reason, value, that situation for allowing interest on capital. Okay, understood that these are the three different situations, reason or justification for allowing interest on capital. Okay, that you have to keep in your mind. Okay, now we are moving for the how the other provisions related to interest on capital, partners capital. Okay. So we discussed about earlier one what very important reason and justification for why the firm has to charge interest on capital. Now the provisions relating to interest on capital, that is very, very important. We are going to see the three different cases. The first one, when the partnership deed does not exist. That means there is no partnership deed. They never prepared partnership deed, or the partnership deed does not provide for interest on capital. So deed is there, partnership deed is there, but they not provide interest on capital. So in this situation, how the provision has to make? So naturally, interest on capital is not allowed. Okay, very simple. This was the first case. Then the partnership deed does not exist, or partnership deed does not provide for interest on capital. So naturally, interest on capital is not allowed. Very simple. So they are not mentioned in the deed, or there is no deed, no question of charging interest on capital. It's a very easy one. Now the second situation. Suppose the partnership deed provides for interest on capital, asset charge, you know very well. What is asset charge? So interest is always what? Interest on capital. Mostly whether earning profit or loss, we are going to charge. That's what the meaning as a charge. So interest on capital is allowed whether the firm has earned profit or loss. Okay. So they very simply they provide, when the partnership deed provides for interest on capital as a charge, it naturally interest on capital is allowed. Here allowed. Here not allowed. Okay. So they specifically given the information in a partnership deed. That's what the understanding here. Provide for interest on capital as a charge. So interest on capital is allowed. So whether a firm has earned a profit or incurred as a loss. So earning profit or loss, the firm has to charge interest on capital. That's what our second situation. Just the opposite of here. Here no partnership deed not mentioned very clearly. So naturally interest on capital not allowed. Here they clearly mention. If they mention in the partnership deed, the firm is supposed to allow interest on capital. Now the third one is very important. Okay, it's a very important situation. See, interest on capital is accounted, as a appropriation of profit. Yes, I am going to show where in a profit and loss appropriation account in a debit side. Okay. So interest on capital is allowed only if there is a profit. See here we discussed whether earning profit or not, we are going to charge interest on capital. The third one is very, very important. If there is a profit, how we are going to account interest on capital? Only if there is a profit. Totally three situations. Okay. First one, what? Loss is incurred. So naturally interest on capital is not allowed. Yes, because the heading is what? If there is a profit, only we are going to calculate interest on capital. If it is a loss, so no question of charging interest on capital. Very simple. That's what you understand. Okay. There is a profit. If the loss is incurred, interest on capital is not allowed. That's what our situation number one. Second situation, see the profit before interest is equal. This word is very important. To more than the interest. That means what? So I am explaining now. See, for example, the profit is what? Profit is, we will get maybe 1 lakh. Okay, 1 lakh. So that's what? Profit before interest 1 lakh. So interest may be, if it is equal to maybe 1 lakh or less than, maybe you will say some 70,000. That's what? More or than the interest. This word is very important. Profit before interest is equal to or more than the interest. So here this is more than the interest. That means what? The possibility of charging interest on capital. You want to check whether the profit, whatever the available profit, whether you can able to charge interest. That's what the discussion here. Second important. The profit before interest is equal. Maybe even though our interest is 1 lakh, yes, profit is there, we can do it to charge the entire 1 lakh. Or to more than the interest. So naturally here our profit is 1 lakh, interest is 70,000. So more than the interest. In this situation, interest on capital is allowed at the agreed ratio. So agreed ratio means our profit sharing ratio. Okay, we want to follow that. This is the one situation. First situation, if it is a loss, no question on interest on capital allowed. Simple. Because our rating is what? If there is a profit, only are going to charge. Otherwise, not allowed. Second situation, profit before interest is more or equal to the interest. So yes, interest on capital is allowed as the agreed ratio. Third one, very interesting. The profit before interest is less. For example, I make it reverse. Our profit is what? 70,000. But you are supposed to make interest is 1 lakh. Okay, reverse. Same example, reverse. Profit before interest is less than the interest. So here interest is 1 lakh, profit is only 70,000. Okay, profit is here 70,000. I will make it example here. You will understand. So here profit is 1 lakh. Okay, interest is 70,000. how we are going to calculate interest on capital. Suppose here the profit is just 70,000, but the interest is supposed to pay 1 lakh. Okay. So this is the situation. Profit before interest is less than the interest. Less than the interest. Okay. Less than the interest. So how we are going to charge? Whether charge or not, that's what interest is allowed only at the extent of profit. So we can only the available profit only 70,000. So only the 70,000 only we can distribute as interest for what agreed ratio. That's what I mentioned here. Interest is allowed only to the extent of profit. So here profit is only 70,000. The ratio of interest on capital of each partner. So capital of each partner. So how they according to the capital contribution we can distribute the interest. Okay, that's what here two situations very important. Whether the profit is less than the interest or more than the interest, we are going to charge. Okay. So once you understand, make it the problem, we can be able to understand. You understood? That's what the three-way of provision relating to interest on capital. So there is no in a deed. It is mentioned, interest is allowed. There is no deed or even partnership deed is not exceed. So naturally it does not provide any interest on capital. So interest on capital is not allowed. They provide, this allowed. The year, very important. There is a profit. That is the condition. So whenever loss, no need to calculate. If it is a profit, how the profit, whether the profit is more than the interest or less than the interest. That is the idea. Okay. So you are making the equation for the discussion to make out the given the interest to the respective partners. Okay. Now we are going to see, as we discussed, once again we make it for the how the journal entry for interest on capital. Okay. So when interest on capital, how the accounting entries are going to show. So we know very well already there are two types of capital account. One is fixed capital account, other is fluctuating capital account. So whenever fixed capital account, you want to maintain two accounts, isn't it? The capital account, partners capital account and current account. So whatever the interest on capital are going to transfer which account? Only the current account. Suppose fluctuating capital account, we transfer only the capital account money. Okay, that we have to know very well. So what type of capital the firm has to follow? Whether fixed capital method or fluctuating capital method. Accordingly, our interest on capital will be going to the journal entries. Okay. So here the journal entries for partners capital account are fixed. Suppose capital accounts are fixed capital. How the journal entry will be? You know very well. Interest on capital account data to partners current account. I'm going to credit partners current account, not capital, because we're going to follow fixed capital. Okay. So only the capital, only are going to show near partners capital. So whatever the adjustments may be, interest on capital, we will discuss later on. Interest on capital, interest on drawings, you will see that also. Then any partner salary, then any commission, then any reserve, are going to transfer everything current account only. So as usual, you know very well, interest on capital account data to partners current account. Then we are going to transfer. So narration very important. That's right. Here I am going to show narration very important. See, being the interest on capital allowed to partners. Even what is the rate you want to mention in the bracket, narration, as 6% or whatever percentage. Then profit and loss appropriation account data to interest on capital account. You want to transfer this to which account? So finally, ultimately you are going to transfer profit and loss appropriation account data to interest on capital account. Okay. So what is narration? Being the interest on capital transfer to profit and loss appropriation account. You understood this entry when discussed in our profit and loss appropriation account. Instead of two entry, even you can make it combined entry. Alternatively, you know very well. Suppose, see here, my interest on capital, whatever I am going to make it, ultimately what is I am going to transfer? See, profit and loss debit. Okay, combined entry. Profit and loss appropriation account data. So naturally my this debit and this credit is cancelled. So ultimately what will come? Profit and loss appropriation account data to partners current account. To partners current account. Okay, likewise we can make it alternatively for the combined entry, which are two entry. You understood now? Now coming for the fluctuating capital. So partners capital accounts are fluctuating. Fluctuating means everything you are going to transfer only partners capital account. There is no current account. Only the partners capital account only. Whatever transaction are going to show. Okay. So interest on same entry. Here debit is same. See, interest on capital account data to partners capital account. Here current account because we are following fixed capital. Here fluctuating method. That's why we are going to credit partners capital account. So interest on capital account data to partners capital account. So naturally the same. Whatever the derivation, being the interest allowed to partners capital. Okay, now whatever the interest on capital transferred to profit and loss appropriation account. Simple. Okay, derivation same. Whatever, see, being the interest on capital transferred to profit and loss appropriation account. So here also we are going to do the combined entry. Alternatively, see here also make it debit and credit cancel. So ultimately what? Profit and loss appropriation account. Okay, so profit and loss appropriation account data to what? Partners capital account. Partners capital. Okay. Likewise, we can transfer whatever. Profit and loss appropriation account data to partners capital account. Understood? So accordingly, how you are making the entry. See here, whatever current account, I am going to make it here capital account. I want to show appropriation account. So whatever partners current account, bracket what is the interest on capital or what. Here also the profit and loss appropriation account debit, part to partners capital account, what is that? Understood? So mostly what is my suggestion? If you make it, you can do. So what is my suggestion? Always make it two entry. So whatever the how much you are going to calculate, transfer to appropriation account. Similarly, how much you are going to calculate the interest on capital, transfer to appropriation account. Profit and loss appropriation account. Okay, that's for the very important discussion for our interest on partners capital. Now we'll see some example about how we are going to calculate on interest on capital for different cases. Okay.